Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm finally catching up here. WWE Raw on Netflix, September 22nd, 2025. Sorry it took me a long time, but I got to find time here. But I said I was going to at least catch up because we got SmackDown coming on tomorrow. So I'm like, let me hurry up and get this show out before the next show comes out because I'm going to do a review of that show. But let's talk about Raw. And for those who haven't seen my WrestlePalooza review, please go check that out because I uploaded that before this video. All right, man, this Raw. Oh gosh, well, there is definitely some things to say about this Raw. It's kind of a lot of the same stuff a little bit, but we're gonna talk about it because it's just so blatantly obvious what's going on here. The headline for the night was the Kabuki Warriors viciously attack Io Sky after Asuka loses to Ripley. So that's just garbage. Like why? It's just like the Street Profits. Why they can't just stay strong, be cool? Now all of a sudden Oscar got to be beefing with EO and stuff, so they can't have no formed up group. But they came in together, but now they ain't staying together over Rhea Ripley, who's clearly being allowed to do whatever she wants. This is ridiculous. This is just, it just makes them look dumb. Like I said, Mr. H, Triple H, has a very huge problem with minorities. He clearly books them in a worse way and he makes them lose in a worse fashion. This happens almost all the time, let's be honest. And he never really makes them win clean or look strong in their matches. Or it's like, or if they do get a win like that, next thing you know, something is happening afterwards, or when they're getting beat up or attacked. It's always something. But let's get into it. Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins traded shocking remarks prior to their WWE Crown Jewel Championship match on the ESPN app. Now, this kind of bothered me and irritated me a little bit. And the reason why is because I want to see both of these guys moving on. I want to see Cody moving on, building up a good feud, building up a good challenger, building himself up. That's what I want to see. Cody already been going, been booked terrible this whole time. Like it's had last title run. It was a terrible booking. Now Seth then wasted all this time with this mixed tag team match. He ain't even been around the Vision, which has been going on for like a month now, more of them. Ever since Paul Heyman left, Seth just stopped being around the Vision. They actually had the nerve to show him in the Vision in the beginning of the show during the walk-in, show him with the Vision with Becky Lynch, but then during the show they're never together. So why are you playing this division between these guys, Mr. H? You've been doing this for a while now. I noticed that a while ago, just like back in the day, or I make it sound like a long time ago, but just like back when Seth was with them before Seth left them, it seemed like the only time they would actually get the upper hand on their opponents was when Seth was around. That's something else I noticed. Like whenever it just be Braun and them, they barely get the upper hand on people. And now they doing a little bit more with him now, but it still seems like Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are jobbers to me. But anyways, these dudes had a boring promo. This is boring. It's hard to even remember what they even talked about. I know it's Crown Jewel, and I know Crown Jewel. This is what they do, right? It's Crown Jewel, right? And this is what they do: champion versus champion. But I never liked this. I never liked this. And maybe it could be a little interesting depending on who's fighting each other. But Cody versus Seth, I'm not interested in Cody versus Seth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just not. And more than likely, Cody probably gonna win. More than likely. I mean, it's a chance Seth can win, but if I had to like think it, Cody probably gonna win it. But yeah, they got a match coming up. They did a boring promo. This was kind of boring, honestly. Nothing really to get fascinated about because I would have remembered more. Penta and the World Raiders defeat the New Day and Grayson Waller in a no disqualification 6-man tag team match. Now this was messed up because it's like, why are you constantly jobbing out the New Day? Like the New Day just lost. They just lost. Last week they lost. That's all that New Day has been doing lately. It seemed like ever since Grayson Waller got with the New Day, they just don't compete in tag team matches no more. And now they just get in singles matches and lose, or they get matches like this or lose. So this is Mr. H's booking for them. He made New Day go through all of that stuff for nothing. That's why I don't trust his heel turns, especially with minorities. I don't trust his heel, and with older Vince talents like John Cena. I don't trust it when it's any of them, because it's like, man, he just be setting them up for failure. Like look what he did with Ron Killings. You just set him up for failure. New Day could have been came back and competed. Meanwhile, Finn Balor and JD are in singles matches winning and running around with their titles, and they're not even putting them on the line. And meanwhile, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are nowhere to be even found. But no, they defended it at once after not being on the show for like 2-3 weeks. Had an easy victory. Now they're gone again. They're just not on the shows. Like, what? Why are you jobbing out New Day? Why is Penta on team? This is a waste of people's time. Penta should be doing his own thing. Maybe coming for Dominic or something. No, you're on team with the War Raiders, who are a tag team. They're not splitting them up. New Day take the loss 2 weeks in a row, and we seen them lose in singles matches too. New Day is just that they just don't care about New Day or Penta. Shoot. Stephanie Vaquero returned to Raw as the Women's World Champion. She learned she will meet the winner of the WWE Women's Title Triple Threat match between Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax at WWE Crown Jewel for the WWE Crown Jewel Championship. Now, I mean, it's cool to see Stephanie with a title and something a little different. I do like Stephanie Vaquero. It took her a little while to grow on me, but she grew on me. But I don't like her booking. I don't like how Mr. H has not really been using her and doing nothing with her for like weeks on weeks. Even when she was supposed to be fighting EO, she was just like never there or having like one-liners. She wasn't barely doing anything. So I already know this booking of her is finna be horrible. And this segment wasn't really that good either, because I felt like they could have did more for her. Like, look what they did for Sami Zayn. He come from a whole different show, won a title, literally fought like John Cena the next week and got over in the match and got protected in the match by Brock Lesnar. Like, how much of a big thing is that to just win a title that's not even the main title? Now he's jobbing out all the people that should have won the title clean. Stephanie is not going to get booked like that. She is not going to get booked that strong and powerful. And honestly, and shoot, they let Sami Zayn go on the mic too. You see, Adam Pearce had to sit here and help her, because I mean, we know she can speak English, but I don't like how they made a big deal about her race and where she from. It's like that. It's like this is what they do to piss people off. People already get mad when people don't speak to certain stuff or they're not good at it, but then you got to keep stressing it. And that's what I didn't like about this segment. Again, I like Stephanie and stuff, but I mean, they did it like 3-4 times. Yeah, she's from South America. She's from this heritage. Like, and then she gets to speaking in Spanish. It's like they purposely trying to piss people off. And it should be about her. Like, make it more about her. That's how I feel. It's like nothing against who she is. But, and that was it, no, and then they was like, oh, you're going against whoever was in the triple threat, and then think about it too. We just had at least Cody and Seth had their own personal segment together. Stephanie gets nothing because she got to wait on the triple threat. And what a coincidence the triple threat would happen right when this is going on, because Tiffany Stratton has never been in no triple threats. She always got booked in single matches to win clean every single time. It's crazy how so many other people don't get booked like that. But like Stephanie, we know Stephanie not finna get booked like that, because now you gotta wait on the triple threat, and it probably won't even be Tiffany Stratton because it's a triple threat. All of a sudden she's finally in the triple threat. But I remember EO having triple threats all over the place. Remember that? But Tiffany was constantly having singles, winning clean. So even EO Sky was booked horrible under Mr. H. He just does them dirty. And then shows you his favoritism right in y'all faces. It's crazy. He will book a person like EO Stephanie horrible, but then on the other end, book a Tiffany great. Knowing dang well he could book EO or Stephanie better if he really wanted to. He just don't want to. Let's just hope things be I don't know what the hell they finna do, because they might give her a manager. Ooh, looks bad. And it's mainly because, her speaking, even though I understand what she say, but I'm just thinking about people who just talk, because it do be a lot of people out here that just be like, oh man, they can barely speak English, and so that's why I'm a little worried. Like, oh man. But I don't think she fighting Tiffany though. But let's move on. Bailey defeats Roxanne Perez. Bailey, this was I'm kind of disappointed about this too, because why job out Roxanne Perez 2 weeks in a row? I knew that Lyra loss wasn't nothing against Raquel. I knew it. Cause then Roxanne gets jobbed out twice in a row. I don't like that. Like, Roxanne loses to Lyra, then Bailey. What's the point? You ain't got nobody else for them to go up to against. And here it go. Ain't Raquel and them supposed to be in the tag team? Why is they just jobbing out and just having singles matches all day, but they're in the tag team? This is just so goofy. Bailey wins the match. Fake, stupid, cliche, just forced fake personality that doesn't even feel like it's exciting or anything. It just felt like, here, Bailey, you do this now. Act crazy and goofy. It's like, I ain't really like the Bailey doing this. It didn't seem interesting. It seemed extremely forced. And now Lyra is just in the picture. And it don't matter. Lyra's going to be the one who wins this feud, does what it do anyway. This is why the booking's so bad. You give Bailey something so terrible to do to try to build her up. You give her something so bad, but at the end of the day, it ain't going to really build her, because Lyra just going to still whip her ass anyways. This is why these feuds be just so boring. This here go. Bailey's turning heel, but it's going to be garbage. Here it go again. You like Bailey finna whoop Lyra's ass, like, right, and beat her in the feud and actually move on and start really beating people. This oh my goodness. Rusev defeats JD McDonough. Boy, this Raw is terrible, man. And mainly it's the booking. The booking is just so bad. Like I said, now JD lost this match. But number one, here we go again. Why is JD and them not putting their titles on the line? Why are they not defending stuff in PLEs? But this is the same thing Mr. H did with them with the last time they had the belts. Just had them moving around, barely putting them up. But had teams like New Day and freaking Judgment Day, Raquel and them and New Day and them and Street Profits and them, they throwing up their belts damn near every week. Finn Balor and them run around doing nothing, doing the same things backstage, hating on Dom and acting like it's a clique between Finn and JD. JD has a 50-50 match. This match is horrible because it's like, here they go making JD look so good. It's like JD should have clearly got squashed in this match. They made a big deal. Like, they tried to make JD seem like he's such a big deal. Show you how favored JD is. But yeah, Rusev won, but this match was just way too long. And JD got way too much work, man. JD should not be working 50-50 with a big dude, powerhouse dude like Rusev. Maybe JD can get a couple of sneaky attacks in, but heck no, man. This should have been a squash match. Rusev has battled Sheamus. Like, this dude, and I remember Mr. H was doing that with Sheamus. I remember Mr. H had Sheamus fighting Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne working 50-50 against Sheamus. Boy, this is exactly what this reminds me of. This match was horrible because Rusev should not be. This match was like over 10 minutes long. I could have sworn it was. And JD just hitting all his moves, doing everything, when Rusev should have been beat him. Terrible booking. Why are you making JD look so good and not Rusev, Mr. H? Typical Mr. H booking here. Jey Uso defeats LA Knight. Jey Uso gets the win only because he's acting like a heel bad character, trying to turn Jey Uso heel, so his character is going to get ruined too. Look at all these heel turns to ruin people when you know the dude is a face over with the crowd. And then you're making them go heel against somebody else that you know is facing over with the crowd. Oh my God. And then it looked like Jey Uso going to be the one that really takes the fall right here. I don't know. They did signal some stuff with Cody, but just based on Mr. H booking, I don't know. This looking like this ain't looking good for me with Jay, because even in this victory, he had to get help. He had to basically get a distraction to get help. This was not a clean victory. This was a distraction. He had help, basically, So that kind of did protect LA Knight. He didn't make Jay look real strong and dominant in this match in a clean victory. So. That's shaky. I guess they wanted to put these dudes together, even though it's really been about the Bronze 24/7. But they was like, all right, we're going to do this. But now this the main event. Rhea Ripley defeats Asuka. So we already knew this was going to happen. Why is Rhea Ripley now in the main event? So finally the Brawns are not in the main event doing the same thing they're doing. Now it's Rhea Ripley fighting Asuka. Asuka just doesn't have no momentum. You just knew Asuka was gonna lose. Why is Mr. H writing Asuka to be running around acting so tough and like she's tough and nobody can beat her, but then here it go, but then you lose clean to Rhea. I think Rhea did beat her clean. I'm gonna have to relook at it. Let me see. Says the Empress of Tomorrow accidentally took out her partner and paid away for the Eradicator to roll up Asuka. So her partner got involved, but it was to mess her up. Okay, that's still you still got hit with her finisher. You still lost, and it seemed like it was your team mistake. Not like actual interference. You just made a mistake off your team. That's what it seemed like to me. Oh my gosh, why ruin Asuka? This kind of ruins Asuka. Like, and why build a stupid feud for nothing? Like, this whole thing between Io, Asuka, and all of them has been in Rhea's favor. None of this favors Io, Kyrie. Notice that none of them this favors or boosts. It's just all about Rhea. Io just lost. You know what I'm saying? She had the title, she losing. Kyrie, she just recently lost, didn't she? Now Asuka losing. They're all just losing. They're all jobbing out. This is crazy. And they can't stick together and be cool with each other over the girl who's beating their ass. And then what happens? Now Asuka turns on Io. But it's all over the girl who's beating your ass. But this girl can come in and beat y'all ass. They're like, this is what I be saying, where why is it booked so well for Rhea to be protected? This is what happens with Mr. H. He wants Rhea to feud them, but he knows that they have the group. But he wants Rhea to stay strong and look powerful. So what does he do? Starts giving them unnecessary feuds and disadvantages to keep Rhea Ripley above on them, so she ain't got to fight all three of them. Because he wants them to look good, or Rhea to look good over all them to begin with. So now they're finna feud. Now we gotta see Asuka waste her time fight Io for nothing, when at the end of the day, Rhea gonna be the one going for that title. You see, he jobbing the Kabuki Warriors out. He jobbing them out. But I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I hope this one ain't get too long. But please hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to see y'all later in the comments. I'm going to go catch up with my other comments now, because I need to catch up with my other comments. And please subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.